Welcome everybody to the Watchlist right here on the LNN Latiners Network. It's time for your virtual weekly TV guide where we review all the shows that get released on streaming. And of course, at the end of the show, we'll let you know what's coming out so you can create your very own watch list. Of course, here will help me with these recommendations for the week and a very special happy July 4th. I almost forgot to mention that. Go USA. Of course, we have live from Houston, the great state of Texas. And I use the state, the great state as,
Slow your roll,
listen,
please,
fair
sir.
enough. That's what it wants to be known as, what I'm going to say. Of course, we have live from Houston. It's Senor Chewy, a.k.a. Well, actually, Senor Jaime, a.k.a. Chewy. Man, I almost messed that up. It was a long night, guys. Go ahead, Chewy. What's up, man?
Hey, brother, what's going on, man?
Not much. I need more sleep. Through the weekend, we're up here doing the show. What's wrong with us? But yeah, happy 4th again. So a lot of stuff you guys can catch up on and for the extra day off and, you know, for before, after the fireworks and all that good stuff. And I'm sure Chewy's doing his fireworks. Maybe not, I don't know. Barbecue.
Not this year.
No barbecue, no. Grill.
Hey, we'll grow some kale.
Delicious. Uh,
Stupid vegetables.
Hey, man, veggies are good for you. So let's get started, man. We got a interesting week here to go over. Let's begin with Sunday's release. Of course, that is beginning of season 4 of WestWorld on HBO Max. One episode dropped, so it's really hard to judge a show based off one episode. But we're fans of WestWorld. You are more than I. Like I said last week, this is a show of proving the case of law of diminishing returns, where every season is just progressively not been as good as the prior season. It's still good. Just that first season was fantastic, but since then it hasn't really recaptured that. It's been good, and I'm enjoying watching it. You know, we have I think Aaron Paul comes back here, of course, Breaking Bad, reprising his role from last season. I think it starts off about a time jump 7 years, right, from the last
7 or 8 years. It looks like, yeah.
Yeah. You know, we got Dolores and company. I'm not sure it's even Dolores, I guess.
Well, we have a Christina.
Christina, right?
Dolores.
Looks like Dolores from, of course, the main.
Well, I mean, obviously it's the same actress, but
right.
I have a theory.
I do too. Well, that's one of those worlds in a world kind of thing. I don't know. Like, she's not real or she's being controlled. We'll get into that much later. I don't want to spoil anything.
Well, I mean, we can just mention the theory. It's a theory, right? Before the show comes out.
Sure, go ahead. No, that's fine.
I think she is in the. Remember that data center they did that the Man in Black did at the beginning.
Yeah.
I think she's in there. And obviously, they removed the aspect ratio. So anytime they change aspect ratio, that was a kind of a cue that it was in the computer world or virtual or flashback, something. It was something different about it. Anytime they changed aspect ratio. Mm-hmm. This year, or at least in this first episode, they didn't. But I think she is in a simulation. It's not. I don't think it's. She's because it just looks too nice. It's just something about that world that looks too weird.
Yeah, it looks too off. Yeah, I agree. Mm-hmm. I think that's where it's at. But with this show, you never know. True. A lot of different swerves. Some work, some don't. But after it's a good start. It was a good episode. I mean, I don't mind because we left off season 3 with the inevitable battle of machine versus human. Right, that's kind of what we was led to, and they kind of just skipped all that. Humans won apparently. So okay. Sure.
Or did they?
I mean, I don't want to. That's so cheap to go that route, but it really is. But
okay, they did, but they're still around.
They're still around, but I mean, yeah. So whatever. I don't mind that they skipped out. Like, fine, that would have been very basic, just a battle between both of them. So I'm okay with that. But yeah, listen, good start. It's a show I've always recommended, and despite the fact that it hasn't been great as a first season, it's still good enough to watch. Chewy, thoughts on the first one overall?
No, not good. I mean, a little slow, but just bringing everything together, reintroducing the characters and where they're at, because it is a significant time jump.
Sure.
But obviously, we got these flies that look like they could take over human consciousness, or at least their actions. Obviously, we see the Dolores character, we see the Hale a little bit and what they're doing in the background, and obviously the Maeve character, and she's still being chased by. I guess the Man in Black. I'll just call it the Man in Black faction, right? Let's. Now it's still unknown if he's actually still alive as well, or if he's actually dead, because that was done as a post-credit scene teaser as far as for this season. So let's see.
Yeah, Ed Harris, of course, plays the Man in Black, and it's a great cast. Tessa Thompson's in this as well. So, so it's a decent show. I mean, like I said, reserve judgment till the end. We'll probably bring this up when the show ends. With I think it's 8 episodes, right? I
Correct.
think so. Every week on HBO Max. The next one is one we were both very excited about on Hulu. We don't get excited much about Hulu, although I gotta say, shows like The Old Man's getting really good on Hulu.
But that's FX. That's not. You got to
It's
differentiate the two.
FX, but it's on Hulu. You can watch it on Hulu.
Yeah, you can watch every show on Hulu. That doesn't mean it's a Hulu show.
Well,
Come on.
fair enough. Okay, for
Okay.
FX Hulu,
It's a FX show, The Old Man, which is great.
it's
Renewed for
really
season
good.
2, by the
Yeah, you
way.
guys should check it out.
Uh,
Absolutely, yeah.
but this is a Hulu
This is a
original.
true Hulu original. Fair enough. So I sit corrected, as they say. Yeah, Only Murders in the Building. So we love season 1. Huge surprise when that came out. I didn't expect much. You did. You were right. I was like, okay, I'll jump along for the
Wait,
ride.
wait, say it again. Say it again. I didn't hear you. It cut out. What'd you
We got
say?
a bad signal out there, folks that can't hear. We lost Chewy. Yeah. The show must go on. Well, we have, of course, returning characters. Steve Martin, of course, Martin Short and Selena Gomez. Great cast. I mean, they worked so well in that first season, so I was really hoping they could pick up where they left off. And this one just really literally takes place moments after the end of season 1. Of course, it's not really a spoiler because the very first scene of the first episode is showing Selena Gomez appearing to have killed someone with blood right in front of her. She gets arrested, of course, and there we go. And now there's a new mystery. They think they believe, and she was probably framed, and now they try to figure out, another murder case. And there you go, another fantastic podcast courtesy of one great Martin Short. Listen, it's a good show. Chewy, I'll let you get started first on this one.
I mean, my only gripe, and honestly, it's only 2 episodes in, is that we no longer get to enjoy the great Sting
Yep,
in this season.
true.
He has moved out of the building.
Sting decided to move out. I guess he
So actually,
he liked the podcast.
That was probably one of the greatest, red herrings. First they show a picture. Oh, okay, cool. That's it. And he actually shows up in the episode. Like, holy shit!
Yeah, that was.
But they replaced him with some more cameos. We had a little bit of Michael Rappaport in the first episode.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Really?
Whoa, hello.
Is that a fan of Michael Rappaport? I guess.
I guess.
We have Amy Schumer, who's moved into the penthouse suite as well, and plus some other characters. But again, this is just as funny, just as quirky. New interesting new characters and situations. I mean, like I said, Martin Short and Steve Martin just work great, like peanut butter and jelly, dude.
Yeah.
They just go well together, and they just play off each other. It's just very funny. Short, it's like 30-minute episodes, so it's not like you're dedicating an hour a day
Of course, yeah.
to it. But it's just such a unique take on a murder mystery, kind of like a little bit a la Clue type,
Yeah.
without the silliness of that movie that it was. I love this one of my favorite shows on TV, man.
Yeah, it's so good, and this is like it balances well because it does get silly at times with the comedy, which is good. It maintains a nice tone, right? It never really takes itself seriously for the most part, but it doesn't sacrifice the mystery. Right? The mystery is still very interesting, very well. There's red herrings everywhere. They did a good job with keeping you guessing, particularly in the first season. It's okay, who done it kind of deal. Really cool, but yeah, these guys. I mean, Martin Short and Steve Martin is just great. I mean, God, I mean. They're American treasures. If there are American treasures, I don't know. It's July 4th, so if they're not American, they're American this weekend. But yeah, great show, man. It's so much fun. I wish the show was like 45 minutes. It's just like, God, that's it, 30 minutes only? Damn it. But yeah, I released 2 episodes, so probably 8 episodes like last season. So absolutely,
Probably.
this is a must watch. It's just so much fun. Just a great fun show. Baymax was the next one on Disney Plus. I wasn't sure exactly what we were gonna get, but it's apparently about 6 to 8 minute shorts. Total 6. You can really watch it like in 40 minutes. You can watch the whole thing as long as it'll take you to watch one episode of most shows out there, right? Of course, Baymax from Big Hero 6. I love Big Hero 6. I'm a Baymax guy. He's, as a kid say, he's so adorbs. Super cute. And we ended up watching the whole thing in a couple of sittings. And yeah, it's very cute. It's just charming. It's very short. Animation's really cool. And what I like about it, it seems like independent stories involving Baymax trying to help somebody. But at the end, it ties them all in with all the characters that he was introduced to in the first 4 or 5 episodes. Very cool, very likable. Like I said, if you're a fan of it, even if you're not, and this is the kind of thing you can watch. It's really quick, and you don't have to even seen Big Hero 6 to enjoy this. For the most part, True, your thoughts?
No, this is very akin to the Dog Days shorts we had earlier this year. right? Just quick, 6, 7, 8 episodes, 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It's just one little mini story
Yeah.
contained, and it's always about helping a specific character, right? They they twist their ankle, but there's emotional things. There's the guy with the fish
Yeah.
allergies, and so like, there's a moral, right? There's even one with a preteen or a teen starting her
The
menstrual
tween.
cycle, so yeah, the tween, as he'd say, the tween. And so, like I said, it's cute, it's fun, it's
Yeah.
short, easy watch, and
Easy watch.
and hey, it's
Yeah.
Disney, man. Yeah.
It's a good recommend. Yeah, exactly. I enjoyed it. I wasn't too surprised about that. But it's real quick. Pirates of the Gold. It's Netflix. Well, I thought it was a documentary, but it's more
Well,
like a reality show
yeah,
kind of than documentary. I was thinking documentary in my head, but yeah. So we have, I guess, is what is it? Akron?
ADAC,
Adak. I'm sorry, in Alaska.
ADAC, Alaska.
Yeah, so it's actually they said at the beginning it's closer to Japan than the United States.
Population 45.
Yeah,
Holy cow.
not a big place. So yeah, so apparently the mayor and a few others are scientists, technologists, and a couple of MacGyver guys who can build anything out of whatever. They all have heard this legend of this treasure from the 1800s. This Russian pirate who buried about $365 million worth of gold coins separately in little canisters throughout the island. So they're trying to figure out based on all the theories and the determinations. Okay, where could it have been buried? They try to go find it. There's actually a military base occupying the island in the 1940s, of course, World War II. So the island's kind of changed and it presents itself a lot of obstacles. There's bombs buried, like live action rounds and bombs.
Ammunition, spent
Right.
ammunition. Yeah.
Right. So they're desperately trying to find if there's any gold. These guys have been searching for a long time. So, Chewy, your thoughts on this one?
You know what? I could not stop watching it. I just wanted to know what was going to happen at the end. So I mean, I read through it pretty quick, but it was interesting. Like I said, everyone loves a good treasure hunt, right? And especially a real life one, not X mark the spot type of
Right,
thing.
right,
But
right.
the pirate is real, the treasure is real, because the reason this all came up is because the military back when they found at two different locations a tin can full of gold, right, of the gold coins. So there's a significant amount out there, but and honestly, the mayor was just trying to save his town, right? I mean, it was a military town; it's been around forever, but technology and times change, people die, and it's one of these prototypical, literally small towns
I mean, super,
in the
super tough.
middle
Yeah.
middle of nowhere, Alaska, man. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's like
Jesus Christ.
and it's funny because
Yeah.
it's actually they're not. Yeah, they're gonna get a cut of the money, but the reason they want to put on the money for the town, the whole
Yeah.
300 plus whatever it is. So everybody
Whatever,
knows,
whatever it is getting,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, could be up to 300 million plus.
Right, plus yeah.
But they're getting a small cut, but still they got to find it before they get anything. Don't find anything, they get squadoosh. But yeah, I mean, I find it fascinating. These are short episodes also, so it's not very long.
Yeah,
These
yeah,
are
it's
30-minute
like,
episodes.
30-minute episodes.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
25 to 30, so it's actually pretty quick. And yeah, I enjoyed it, man. I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
And also, okay, I ran through this pretty quickly. I saw, I think, 3 4 days. I think I saw a lot
Mhm.
last one yesterday.
Yeah.
We won't spoil what happens if or do they find gold. I don't know. But yeah, it's cool.
Is there a
Yeah,
season
yeah.
two?
Yes, it's season 2. I mean, they could, possibly. But I thought it was interesting. It was fun. And I liked, them trying to figure it out. And there was a couple of things that they found almost kind of like a real Indiana Jones, that these markers that were there, and they're trying to figure out what
Yeah.
does it mean. And it was very cool. It's fascinating. Very cool watch. I actually enjoyed it for 30 minutes, 8 episodes. It's about 4 hours long, less than that actually.
It was, like I said, it was an interesting,
It was.
interesting one. The people are interesting. The story is interesting,
Mhm.
right? I mean, who doesn't want to find a can full of gold, right? I had to retire, but and that's obviously in a very remote, and it's not easy to get around or get to different places of the island. I mean, you gotta get a boat, you gotta it takes weeks supplying supplies and stuff, so it's not like it's easy. And obviously, because of the location, it's a former government military site, at least part of the island. So you need permission. You can't just let's go to the boat, let's go to start searching for gold. It ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, and like I said, and there's actually one person tried years ago, and the military that found his body, his dead body, and he tried. I
Yeah,
guess looking for
weeks
gold.
later. Yeah.
Yeah, a week later, and he because the terrain, there was no way to get out, so he got screwed. So it is what it is. But so there's a lot of dangers in there, a lot of perils they go through. Cool show. I enjoyed it. It was actually very cool. And I look forward to season 2 if there is one. This one here, we won't get too much into the weeds. I haven't finished watching it, so full disclosure. And that's Stranger Things season 4. I've loved what they've done so
There's
far.
2
with
little
it.
episodes. You could have watched 2 episodes and you're sad.
Dude, this 2 episodes were literally as longer than the entire run of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Like literally. Go figure. Yeah, I mean, I saw one of them. It's like an hour and a half. The second one's 2 hours and a half. I just didn't get a chance to see. I watched it tonight, but
Mm-hmm.
I like what happened in that second to last episode. It's very cool. This is a show that I'll let you know. I'll let you tell me how it ends, but it's a show I could potentially think maybe the best season of TV this year. It has that potential. Even something better than The Boys, and that's not better than The Boys overall, but just this season itself could end up being better than The Boys. Is depending on how this thing ends for me. It's very close, don't get me wrong. I love me some Boys. Y'all know that it's a great season. But this season's been really good. It's just been so good. But Chewy, I mean, you saw the ending. No spoilers, please. And did it live up to the billing here? Is it?
You mean I can't tell you Steve dies?
No, you can't tell me
Can't
Steve
say
dies.
that? Okay. Poor Steve. No, man. I mean, that last episode was 220, so it was literally we sat down and said, let's watch a movie and let's put on Stranger Things.
Right.
But I mean, it inundated you with so much action, and because throughout the whole season, everyone's been separated, right? We had the Russian group with Hopper, we had the California group going to Vegas or Nevada, and trying to getting L11, and then obviously we had the Hawkins group. So each one was kind of working independently with that knowledge of each other, and then at the end, they don't bring them together per se with the action, but separately they are kind of working together, and so they're cutting from one to the other to the next, and everyone has a different plan and different action, and it's just like there's a lot going on in that first 2 hours, the first hour 50. I mean, they're just like inundating you with stuff and action, and there's a lot going on. There's a lot to take in, and it's good, right? I mean, most episodes haven't been that way, and here to kind of bring it up to the crescendo, right? Of drawing you and all this stuff. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it was satisfying. They had a good half-hour denouement, right? With the no not flash forward, but some time has passed, and I don't want to spoil it too much. Where they try to bring everything to closure, at least for this season. But like I said, it was satisfying. It was a lot of action, a lot of tense moments, a lot of cuts. And great music always. I think they find the right. I think episode 9 they ended with the Journey song. So I will spoil a little bit here. We had a little bit of Master of Puppets Metallica action.
I knew it was bound to happen. So great.
So there you go. Yeah, yeah. There you go. But you're gonna, obviously, I'm not. I can't judge, as far as if this is the best season TV this year. It could very well be, but obviously we have one more episode of Boys, which we just love so much.
Absolutely.
And it's been some very good shows that are happening right now, and that we've seen early this year, like Severance, and obviously we're watching Murders in the Building.
Great. Yeah. Let me amend a little bit. It's probably my favorite season of
okay, maybe, yeah. It's hard to classify it best,
right. I agree, but I can say my favorite,
your favorite, your opinion, absolutely, I'll buy that for $1.
But it potentially depends for me how it is, but and you listen, this has been the best season of Stranger Things for me personally, even without seeing the ending. I think it's been the most well written of the 4 seasons thus far, so it's really cool. And Netflix, we've got. I mean, we didn't talk about Umbrella Academy, but I really liked how that show ended. I really enjoyed that show.
No spoiler. I haven't finished yet. I had to pause that, but I'll pick it up today.
No, but I mean, I'm not gonna spoil it. But really cool. Maybe we'll talk about that, and of course, The Boys, the finales next week.
Yeah, next week.
That has a chance to still be a fair show. I mean, no, The Boys is still a better show overall. We're comparing seasons per season, but just this season.
All I know is that menage a trois that we had at this week's episode.
It's unique. It's unique.
It's bird. I can't look away. I'm scarred. I am scarred.
Yeah, it's not for the faint of heart. But that's I don't know. I'm not going to have a lobster anytime soon. Not that I ever would go to a lobster anyway.
That too.
But that being said, still we'll get deep into the weeds with The Boys next week, of course. The last one here. We got the Terminal List on Amazon Prime. Of course, we got Chris Pratt. I love Chris Pratt. This is a
Star-Lord and Gambit.
Starlight, that's true. Or the guy from Jurassic Park, whatever his name is. He does all movies this the whole time. It's all he does in that fucking movie, I swear to God.
Wait, Jurassic World? Which one are you talking about?
Jurassic World. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah. I was like, what?
Jurassic.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
But yeah, it's whatever. By the way, so this one's actually, he's a Navy SEAL, whatever, commander of a SEAL team. So obviously badass you have to be. And his team gets wiped out. Eventually his family gets wiped out. And now he's on the, trying to figure out who done it, right? It's a simple revenge story for the most part. You're breaking it down, but now he's got issues with his head and concussion. So his memory, he's not the most reliable narrator because his
Yes,
memory's
yes.
missing. He's forgetting stuff. So if you don't know what's happening early on, it's
Well,
real or not,
and they gave us an interesting because you see the first episode where the team, right, and you see it from. I guess I guess we have to call it. We see it from his point of view. We're not in a unbiased viewer, right? We
Right.
see what he sees, but then we start getting clues that it may didn't happen that way, and then we start questioning, well, what's real and what is
Right. Is it
filled in
just in
with
his
it.
head, right?
Yes.
Or is it
Hmm.
him? Is it somebody else? And his evidence is being presented contradicting what he thinks is going on, right? But he's on the rampage. He's sure he believes what he believes, right? And he's out there creating a list of names who are responsible for the deaths of his family and, of course, his team. Um, so yeah, I've actually seen 4 episodes of this. Four, I think
Okay.
probably five. It was a light weekend, so I was
I
able to
saw two.
catch up. And it's solid. I'm enjoying it. I don't think it's great. It's kind of typical for this kind of show. It doesn't really break new ground, but it does have some really cool moments. Episode 4, damn. I mean, it gets. Ooh, he's exacting revenge on somebody, and how it happens is like, wow, a lot more graphic than I ever would have anticipated for this kind of show. I'm like, whoa, this is. It's no joke. It's really cool action sequence, and in the 5th episode as well. So I think the show's gotten better for me, but it's
Hmm.
good. I'm enjoying it. It's again not great. I don't know if Chris Pratt was the best guy for this role, to be honest with you. But that being said, I'm enjoying it. It's good action, good mystery. Again, it's not breaking new ground here. I read somewhere there's a dad show, right? And I think that I agree. Show like
Oh, okay.
those are old school. Those are old school action. This kind of film, which we've seen this 1,000 times before. Let's be honest, right? This is not new. But I'm enjoying it. I liked it. True, your thoughts?
I mean, it was a lot better than the Michael B. Jordan movie
Oh
so
no,
far,
yeah,
and I'm only 2 episodes
yeah.
in.
By far, it's better than that.
Uh,
Yeah, easily. Yeah,
so
yeah.
yeah,
But
whatever that
it's
was.
the same kind of show premise, sort of, right? I think so.
Yeah. I mean, a
Kind of,
little bit. Like I said,
kind of.
it's not breaking new ground, but
Right.
you know what? A good, solid action
Yeah.
show goes a long way. Like every
Agreed.
show is not going to be great. Let's be honest. I mean, it's going
Obviously,
to be some
yes.
great,
Correct.
and some at the bottom. Some get mediocre, but this is like probably the upper echelon. I read the reviews and I understand why they were so negative on the show. At least the critics were. I'm enjoying it. I enjoyed a
Yeah,
good
it's mixed.
action.
When I read it, it was mixed. But
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, I would say, is it up to the level of the Krasinski show?
Oh, Jack Ryan?
Yeah, Jack Ryan.
No, Jack Ryan's a
Uh,
better show. I think.
well, maybe I don't know. I mean, as far the action is probably on par with that show.
The action may be
Um,
better. Like I said, you haven't
yeah.
seen
I haven't seen the good
the
stuff
two
yet. I've seen
sequences
some.
that I've seen
Yeah.
already, which was
Mhm.
good. I like I said, it did enough to like. I'm recommending the show. I think people should watch it. It's a good show. I enjoy it. Like good action kind of
I
thing.
mean, you
It's
know
good.
what's gonna happen, but you still want to watch and get a good kick out of
I I'm not gonna say, but Jai Courtney's in this, of course.
it. Hmm.
Tyler Kitsch, of course, plays Chris Pratt's brother. Jai Courtney's character, in the beginning, he's like, CEO of this big company. He's also ex Navy SEAL or something like that, military.
Hmm.
He looks, he's big, he's built, he's a badass, of course. And there's a scene where they show him like practicing, kind of like trying to get a high score in this kind of Navy SEAL training kind of thing that he does. So it's setting up to like, okay, they're gonna meet up in the end. There's gonna be a big fight and all that. I would say that was exactly what I'm expecting. Nope. And that's a good
Not
thing.
so much.
And
Okay,
and
okay, well, that's good.
and that's a
Good
good
then.
thing, right? When I sound like,
Okay.
oh, okay, so I guess we're not gonna go that direction, and that's a good thing. So that was you guys, you see in like it's telegraphed, like, okay, I get in. Nope, not at all. So and that's good. So
Okay,
I
okay.
enjoyed that part of it, but it's good. It's a good show. I'm enjoying it. Again, I'm the reviews haven't been great for it. You're right. I don't know. Whatever.
But I mean, like I said, for what it's worth, I don't think it's anywhere as bad as the reviews are making
No,
it
no, not
sound
at
to
all.
be.
I mean, like I said, it's just I
Yeah.
think a lot of it's just the unoriginality of it, and yeah, it's true. Like I said, it doesn't break new ground. I don't disagree with that at all. We've seen it a
That's
thousand
fine.
times.
I mean,
It's on how you execute it, right? If you give me something the same shit all the time,
am I,
make it good.
am I entertained?
Yes, yeah,
The answer is yes.
yes, absolutely, agree. So yeah, I'm recommend. I think we both recommend the show. I'm enjoying it. So again, Amazon Prime, all 8 episodes are available now, if I'm not
Mhm.
mistaken. So that's this week. So some good stuff here. We got Boys coming. I'm very excited about the finale of the Boys. Can't wait for that. We'll talk that. Probably talk about Umbrella Academy since you haven't finished watching that as well. It's another show I really enjoyed.
Mhm.
Before all that, let's get to what's on next week. What's on your watch list for next week? Six shows, docs coming out. First one on July 5th. It's actually an older documentary. I know you. I think so. I hope I got this one right. It's Attack on Pearl Harbor, right? The minute by minute.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I thought I thought it was a new one, or it's a new because it's using
It's
it's kind of using like CGI to kind of replay the events a little bit.
right. This was actually a National Geographic show came out last year, but it's being
Ah,
released
well then
on
never
Netflix.
mind.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, it's listen Pearl Harbor, and it looks really cool. I'll probably might catch some of it here and there. I won't focus on it, but I'll mention it because it does drop on Netflix. Of course, if you haven't seen it, if you're a big fan of that, and it looks really cool. You're right, it does a little reenacting and all that with CGI and what
Okay.
happens, so that's really cool. There is a documentary on the 6th, which is on Wednesday. It's called "Girl in the Picture," docu film, an hour and a half, some
Mm.
of that. So it looks interesting. Some woman who gets murdered has a daughter and a presumed husband, who knows? And then there's a really nightmarish kind of scenario behind it all. It looks kind of interesting. So that comes out on the 6th on Netflix. This one here on the 7th, Thursday, AMC Plus. And look, we've been fans of AMC lately. They give us some good stuff. This Is Gonna Hurt's been really good.
Mm-hmm.
That Dirty Black
The Chris
Bag,
Files.
61st
Yep.
Street, Chris
Mm-hmm.
Files. They've done really well. So we got Moonhaven. This is a sci-fi show, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure behind the premise. A couple of cops at that time, it's like a buddy cop kind of thing, right? Am I wrong? And,
Yeah, futuristic buddy cop mystery show, I guess.
mhm,
Takes place dystopian future.
of course.
But I haven't seen too much of the trailer, so I mean that's the general premise.
Yeah, I think Joe Manganiello's in this. Manganiello,
Mangiano.
Mangiano, whatever.
Yeah,
Tomatoes,
Mangiano,
tomatoes.
yeah.
He's a big name in here,
Ah.
but it looks tomatoes, tomatoes. But look, it looks cool. It looks interesting. I saw a quick piece of the trade. Just want to get a sense of it. But it's AMC, so that alone, okay, gets me excited because they've been doing well.
Well, it has one of the hobbits also. What guys who played
I
that?
forgot his name. Yeah.
Yeah, he was in Lost,
No, that's
and he's
right.
one of the
Yeah, yeah,
hobbits.
yeah.
So Irish actor, I believe, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah.
is British. So yeah,
He's one of I think he's one of the main guys.
yeah,
One of the cops. But listen, it's cool.
yeah.
I dig it. AMC's been hitting on all cylinders, so why not? After that, oh my god, I'm gonna say right now, this show is gonna be on the shortest leash as possible, and that's called Boo Bitch on Netflix. It's about a couple girls who I guess die, right? And
One of them does.
one of
One
the
of them
awkward,
does.
and I guess she's trying to, come back to life or come back from the land of the dead or whatever you want to call it, and she's gotta use social media influence to do so, something along those lines. I don't know. It looked awful. It really did. I know you're more generous with the Y than I am. I'm
I
gonna give it a
would watch.
shot. I'm gonna give it
Yeah,
a shot.
let's watch an episode and then we can decide.
I'm gonna watch it, of course. The leash is like this long in this show. I'm like, I might even get through the first episode, but maybe I'm surprised. It's supposed to, it's supposed to be a comedy. I ain't after the trailer, but that doesn't mean it's not funny. So let's see. This next one is actually pretty interesting. Again, Netflix on the 8th as well, same day, and that's La Noche Más Larga, The Longest Night, if you will. It's a show. I guess it's a serial killer, kind of like I don't know. Hannibal Lecter is not the right word for it, but he's being treated like as such, and he's being escorted to his prison, and I guess he's trying to escape or something.
I believe so. Yes.
He's trying to escape, and it all happens in one night.
Hmm.
And it's the military's there. It's a lot of action, and a lot of stuff's going down inside the prison, and people inside trying to keep this serial killer in. Looks very interesting. Chewy, what you think? I think it's a Spanish show. Obviously, a Spanish show.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
For Spain, for actual
for
Spain,
Spain,
right? I
right?
believe.
Correct. Yeah, and
So
they do well.
I tend to trust those
Yeah,
shows a little bit more than some of the other ones that we've seen. So I haven't seen the trailer for it,
yeah. I saw a
but
little bit trailer.
I saw the premise and I looked at it straight over my feed. I was like, okay, well, let me check this out and see if it's worthwhile.
Yeah, looks interesting. The last one, Apple Plus, and that always gets us excited. As much as any other streaming service, and that's Blackbird.
Hmm.
What do you know about this one, Chewy?
Well, I know the stars, the late great Ray Liotta.
Ray
This might
Liotta,
be his last.
yes, that's true.
It might be his last show. I think he was sick as he was, or later found out he was sick as he was filming the show. And Joel Edgerton, obviously from Kingsman.
Oh, it's Taron
Uh,
Egerton. Yeah, yeah,
oh, okay, sorry,
yeah,
sorry,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Yeah.
Kingsman. He was
Kingsman,
Elton John,
potentially
yeah, Rocket Man.
Wolverine, potentially. There's the rumors out there. The rumors running strong.
Whatever. But he's really
So
good. He's a really good actor.
yes,
Yeah,
no, he's really
he's
good.
really good.
Like I said, I like the way he shows. This is based on true events. So
Oh, I didn't know
it's
that. True story. Oh,
yeah. But again, artistic liberty,
of
but some of
course.
the broad strokes maybe race. So basically, he's trying to help his. He's being I don't know, contract is not word. He's in jail, but they want to put him in, and to help try to incriminate a serial killer. And so that's his mission. And I working for the government, working for FBI, working for whoever, right? To try to
I
get
think
this
it's the
guy.
FBI, but either way.
Yeah, yeah, kind of like yeah, kind of gives me a little bit of a what was that show, Mindhunter
Yes, kind of.
type vibe on it. But like I said, this is Apple Plus, and we know they do great with their dramas, and so I have high hopes for this
Yeah,
one.
and actually, there's been some early reviews on it. This is really good. So,
Okay.
okay, like I said, I trust Apple Plus, so why not? I'll watch it regardless, right? If it's like,
Hmm.
you build enough credit. Okay,
Hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
down, despite now and then. So. But that being said, but that one looks actually pretty good. I'm really looking forward to that one.
Well,
Uh,
you know what the downfall of that show was now and then, where they wouldn't fork out the money to use the U imagery in school instead of some made up Miami University.
Bastards.
You knew when that happened. I was like, oh, this is not going to be good.
I'm out, god damn it. Jeez. I mean, it's not boo bitch, but whatever. God, boo
You know what?
bitch. What's the word
It can
coming
end up
to?
being hilarious, and we're going to be going to be eating crow, dude. I'm not saying it will, but it
Listen,
could
I
be.
hope I eat crow. Believe me, I want every show to be great that I watch. I really do. It's just this looks like shit, but I give
Yeah.
it a shot. Anything can happen, whatever. God, this tiny leash, such a short leash. That being said, we wish everyone a happy July 4th weekend. A lot of good stuff out there for you guys to watch. Of course, every Sunday we're here. Subscribe, like, share, etc. Chewy, pleasure. We'll see you guys next week.
Peace.